Why'd you even call me up when I never wanna see ya? I'm just on my way back home, little drunk and alone, but I'd rather click ya. Even though it's Friday night and I got no plans tomorrow, I could use a bam bam bam, but it's not from you, cause I'm not that hollow. Baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be. Forget your rules, forget your shoes. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your truth, you're just cruel. I swear anything's better than you. Catch you on the flip side, catch you on the flip side. So goodbye. Funny how it works sometimes. Yeah, we kinda hit it off at first. Checking every bar in town, all the sleepless nights until things got worse. You're so manipulative, trying to convince me of the shit, but it didn't work on me. So, baby, let it be. You could try to sweet talk all you want, but I ain't that lonely. Baby, let it be, let it be. Forget your lies, forget your ties. I've done everything you asked, but I wasted time. Forget your hair, your dead eyes stare.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. It is Friday the something of June. I don't know. Is it like the 28th? Maybe. All I know is that it's July next week, which is honestly fucking crazy that we're officially halfway through the year. And obviously it's been a crazy year because I've spent the entire year on prep and I am now no longer on prep. So welcome to the off season, I guess. Like, it feels so weird to be introing a video and I'm not like X amount of days out. I mean, technically I am. I mean, I could go and figure out what day I'll probably compete in 2027 and be like, oh, I'm 100 and something weeks out, but I don't think anybody needs that intensity when they're literally 2 weeks post show. But I guess that is what I am, is 13 days post show. And I guess, like, sorry, I'm gonna have to turn because I'm walking my son right now and he likes to drag me everywhere. But I guess I'm officially, 8 days since choosing to end my season. So, you know, I'm sure you guys have already all watched my videos about why I finished up the season. So like I said in that video, I want to document the reverse and I want to document this entire off season of improving. You know, like, I want to get on stage next time looking drastically different, and truthfully the work towards that starts now. You know, it starts with having a good successful reverse, getting my body into a healthy space, making sure my training is, you know, the way that it needs to be. And I'm just excited to show you guys everything that I'm going to do to bring what I hope is a pro-worthy physique the next time that I do stand on stage. So today's been, well, this week has been very busy, which I'm very grateful for. Like, I've got home on Sunday from the UK, and it's literally just been straight into mental week of work. Crazy week of check-ins. Obviously, you know, I have a lot of clients, and also been a very busy week of onboarding new clients. So I've just been spending the week on Google Meets, having consultation calls, setting new clients up, which I'm so privileged and grateful for, to have my team growing so much, especially in the middle of the summer. You know, usually a lot of people say that the summer is quiet for coaching, and I've just luckily not found that to be the case, which, you know, on that note, if you're interested in working with me, I will going to be at my capacity pretty soon, because obviously mass service is really important. So if you are interested, click down below. All right. But yeah, this reverse has started off interestingly, I think, to say the least. I have been perfect in terms of like my adherence. I have done exactly what I've been asked to do every single day. However, I did have a little bit of an issue in that I ran out of my T3. So because I was in prep, I was running thyroid replacement therapy at a dose of 50 micrograms a day of T3 by the end, but I actually ran out last week, and I've just had some issues getting it replaced. And because I've gone from like, you know, a fairly high-ish dose down to 0, T3 drives metabolic rate, so my body has not really responded very well. My weight has been going up pretty fucking quickly. So I started off the reverse on, I would say it was like 325 carb on a training day, 275 on a rest day, and then we had to pull that down by 50 carb each day on Tuesday, which if you guys saw my full day of eating, you will have seen like what that was looking like. This dude. But then on Wednesday, I woke up and my weight had gone up another pound. So the first day after, on Friday last week, I was 129 pounds on the dot. I was 134.3 on Wednesday, and I was like, no, this is not good. Like, we have to do something about this. So I said to Christian, I was like, listen, I'll do whatever I have to do to control this while I can source some T3, which I should have some by Monday at the latest. But I was like, look, I'm willing to suffer a little bit now if it means that we get my body back into a place where I can start this off season well. Like, I don't want to just gain loads of weight really, really quickly. Samson, this dude. So basically on Wednesday, it was a rest day. I did 50 carb. Yesterday was a train day. I did 100 carb, but my weight has come down from 134.4 down to 131.5 in the last 2 days. So we've managed to pull off 3 pounds, and I feel a lot better and I look a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I was feeling really sorry for myself yesterday, like not because of the food, like I actually don't really care about what I have to eat, but I was just feeling sorry for myself in that I felt like I looked like I'd fucked up my post show when I actually haven't at all. I've been really, really good, and it was just annoying because, you know, we obviously reversed into the show, so I should have been set up to have a really easy, seamless post show, and then that happened, and it just kind of felt like, for fuck's sake, like, why is this happening to me? And then obviously because I was eating less and my thyroid is tanked, I'm still taking T4, but you know, like it has to convert to T3 and it's not converting as well. So I was just, my energy was really low. And yeah, yesterday I was kind of like just a bit down in the dumps. I was like, oh, like I should be feeling great, I should be eating more, I should be able to train super hard, but obviously that hasn't been the case. But it's temporary, you know what I mean? Like, I just have to do this for a few days and it's fine. Like I said, to me, eating right now is not as important as having a productive off season. And if that means I have to eat less right now to keep my body composition in a leaner place, I am more than happy to do that. But it's just been unfortunate. But again, it's one of those things, like, you do kind of run this risk, obviously, when you're taking these sorts of things and you're relying on getting it supplied by people. Like, if those people fall through, you're kind of fucked. So it also just speaks to, like, a lot of people, as soon as they finish a show, will remove like all thyroid, and I definitely would not advise that, because you're already adding in more food, which is affecting your energy balance, and then you're taking away the thing that's affecting your energy output. So it's just something to bear in mind if you are an assisted athlete. But yeah, it's made for I'm not gonna say the week has been bad. Like, again, I've been fine, but it's just been annoying. Like, it's just been annoying. But I feel a lot better today. I got a pretty decent sleep last night, had a good session yesterday, and this week has been fun with training, and there's going to be some changes coming to my training soon, which I will obviously detail for all of you guys once we have that kind of solidified, so to speak. And I've just been having fun with training this week, and it's just been nice to have time to focus on business and coaching and everything like that, because, like I said, I have been very busy and I have a lot coming up. So yeah, it's been nice. So it's been an interesting week post show. Like, I haven't felt lost in any way. I think that's something a lot of people struggle with when they're post show, but I've actually been fine because my goals are incredibly clear and I have a lot of really cool things to work towards. But it still is a bit of a weird one when you've had like such a specific goal for so long. But for me, bodybuilding doesn't stop, whether it's prep, off season. My days look the same, which helps a lot. I think if you're post-show, try to keep your routine there. Like, try to keep doing the same things. Like, I still go on a walk at the same time in the morning. I still eat at the same times. I still train at the same times. And that helps with that feeling of being, I guess, lost. I think one thing I need to do is just sit down and like really reflect on this season and everything that I achieved, because I definitely have a habit of just moving on to the next thing. I've always been like that, so I do want to take some time, but I have a nice chilled weekend coming up. Shane is actually at home for his clients' comps, so I'm doing some fun things with friends, getting my hair done. So, you know, I've been keeping myself busy, which definitely helps to not be like lost or wanting to eat everything. But yeah, I'm gonna head home now and have breakfast, I'm going to train glutes and hamstrings today, although I'm not going to film that session. I'm going to film my quad day on Sunday because I did glutes and hams in the last one. And aside from that, just strap in for the video. I'm about to come up to some row. They're like drilling or something up here, so the microphone's going to get fucked. But yeah, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give it a like, give it a comment. Tell me if there's anything you guys want to see specifically about post-show. And let's get back for breakfast. All right, breakfast is ready. And of course, it's the same as always. And I'm just going to eat this and go and train. So again, day looks exactly the same as it would have looked like 3 weeks ago when I was on prep. Like, nothing fucking changes. And like, I think it's important, like, obviously you'll hear bodybuilders say that, like, oh, nothing changes post-show. Obviously some things change, like the mental pressure changes in the sense that I'm no longer as meticulous, but equally the things that I was doing in prep that allowed me to get lean, I still want to continue doing those post-diet, right? Like, I still want to keep my activity the same. I still want to like eat in the same way, which if you watch my full day of eating, I gave loads of tips on like eating post-show and not making all these mad changes. Like, I'm still going to train the same way because for me, bodybuilding is a lifestyle. Like, bear in mind, I've only prepped twice, but I've been bodybuilding for 5 years. So actually more of my time has been spent not in prep, but bodybuilding. So it feels like the most seamless transition for me to just go back into my off season. Again, like, I know there's going to be times that I struggle and like, look, for me, the biggest struggle is always going to be, not always, but like for me, I do feel like my biggest struggle will be body image, because, you know, you're seeing yourself gain weight. You've been working towards being this shredded for so long. I also spent a long time really, really lean. So to see all of that kind of go away, it can be challenging. You know, you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, I don't look as diced as I did, but I just try to remind myself, I still look fucking good. Like, I'm still very lean. And yeah, there was a few days there where maybe I was more watery and bloated and I did feel a bit like, oh God, this is coming on too quick. But now we've rectified that. So even just today, I feel so much better. I feel more confident, but I've still been going into the gym, wearing my shorts and sports bras, not just covering myself up because I'm post-show, which I think is really important, because if you, as soon as you finish competing, just cover yourself up all the time, it creates that narrative in your head that only your lean body is worthy. And that's so not true. Like your comp body is not your body. That's not how it's meant to look, you know? And I know that, like, I know my happy place is not here. And would I love to be able to look like this? Yeah, but like, equally, I don't always feel great. You know, if I get dressed up in normal clothes, I don't feel great. And right now, my desire to make improvements and just get fucking huge, they outweigh my desire to just stay as lean as I possibly can. Like, I don't want to gain weight really quickly, but I also don't just want to stay here either. And I think people can fall into that trap post-show of being scared to eat because they don't want to gain any weight, but it's what your body needs, you know, in order to be healthy. So that's a little tip for you. There we go. I told you I was going to drip feed in all this post-show shit. Anyway, I'm hungry now, so I'm going to eat and then I'm going to train. It is sweaty. It's just gotten so hot. And because it's gotten hot, my skin is starting to break out. I was meant to get dermaplaning done today, but I texted her and I was like, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. And she was like, no, if you're breaking out, it won't be. So we're going to do a peel next week instead, which will hopefully revive my skin. Like, it's not bad, but just like a few. I love the heat. I love living in Spain, but it makes me feel like the ugliest bitch in the summer because I can't wear makeup and my hair is just, like, I straightened it this morning. It's going to be frizzy and disgusting pretty much as soon as I get into the gym, but then I'm getting it done tomorrow, so I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to eat. I'm back. That was a good old glute session. Again, just having some fun, trying some different movements. They have like a kickback machine. And normally I'm cable kickback or nothing, but I tried it and like, it was really good. So might play around with that. We'll see. I know my programming is going to change in the next while anyway. So like I said, I'm just enjoying the feeling of like getting a pump, feeling a little bit of energy in the gym. Obviously, because my foods had to be low this week, I'm not necessarily feeling like crazy full or energetic, but again, it's temporary. I'm just like, it's fine. It'll come back. So I'm just having my post-workout meal, which is Greek yogurt, 50 grams of strawberries, 40 grams of Cocoa Pops. I like put Cocoa Pops in it and like eat them, but I can't put them all in at one time because I hate soggy cereal. So I'll like put bits in, eat it, and then put the rest in, eat it. But yeah, and you know what, like I'm feeling good. I think, I can't remember if I said this earlier, but I put it up on my Instagram story, like, because it's so hot here, I have no option but to wear shorts and a sports bra. And like, I know I still look really good. Like I'm not one of these people who gains like a pound and is like, I'm so fluffy. Like I'm very aware that I'm very lean still, but obviously with those anabolics clearing, I just don't have that same like graininess and detail. I just look a bit more normal, and honestly, like I like it. You know, it forces me to look at myself, because it's really easy to just cover yourself up as soon as you're post show. And I think, like I said earlier, that just creates that narrative in your head that you shouldn't like show off your body unless you're stage lean, which is just ridiculous. Like there was a girl in the gym and I was looking at her and she looked fucking incredible. Like I was almost gonna go up to her. I kind of wish I had and just be like, you look amazing. But like she wasn't diced, but she just looked really strong. Like she was lean, but she looked really strong. And I was like, that's a fucking, like that looks better than the way I looked a few weeks ago, where I was like depleted and small, you know? So I think like reminding yourself of that to like chase like the strong, healthy look, I think is really good. But anyway, I'm gonna spend the rest, because I'm trying to get my tan back. So what I'm going to do after eat this is like spend some time just outside sunbathing. And then what I'll do is like work for like the late afternoon, evening, which like normally I would like work now and then kind of chill later. But the UV index is high. And I've been like melanotan every single day because I'm just desperate to get my proper tan back. What's the UV index looking like? 8, very high. So yeah, like even yesterday I was outside for like an hour and I was like, oh yes, I am darker, but I can get a lot darker than this. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this and I will catch you guys later on because I have a few setups to do and shit like that. Sick. Hi Danielle, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Friday and that everything's all good with yourself, and welcome to your onboarding video for coaching with me. Just go over everything that you need to know as regards your own training, your own nutrition, and what the plan of action is really going to look like for this journey, you know, like obviously the goal, the long-term goal is getting up on stage in 2027, and I love that you're starting now because the work truly does start now, you know, like because you're giving yourself so much time, we are going to be able to really spend plenty of time, one, growing and putting on muscle, which is so key in bodybuilding. Obviously it's bodybuilding, not body dieting. 2, it's going to give me time to learn about you and your body and your mind and how you respond as an individual. And 3, it's going to give you a chance to get to know me as well and for us to develop that relationship which I hope is going to thrive and be an incredible relationship, which means that by the time we get to prep, you trust me and you can communicate with me and we're just going to have fun, you know, because at the end of the day, this is meant to be fun. Bodybuilding isn't meant to be that deep. Like, yeah, it's a very serious endeavor, but I want us to have fun along the way, and I want this to be something that is going to add to your life and fulfill it, you know. I've just been sat at the desk working, doing some bits. I'm kind of hungry. It's like 5 p.m. So I'm just going to have a little Fanta Lemon Zero, which honestly is my favourite part about living in Spain, is you can get these. Refreshing. You can also get like the orange zero as well. They're good. I was outside for it. I'm going to talk quite loud because I don't have my microphone upstairs and I'm not arsed going down to get it, but I lay outside for a while. Got a bit of a colour. I was sweating, but like I was drenched in sweat, you know, that kind of vibe. And I'm just going to continue working. Just have set up a new client, and then I have just some program updates and shit to do. So like I said, kind of take the afternoon off, then do more work now when it's a little bit cooler and my brain is actually working. And then I'll probably have my dinner and then go on a walk after my dinner, just because it's quite hot. So going on a walk in like the middle of the day is sweaty. It's sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. I fear the bun and headband combo is low-key giving Mr. Lunchbowl, but I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so it's like there's literally no point in washing it. So it's fine. It is fine. But I am just having my dinner, which is my stir fry. So 60 grams of egg noodles, 50 grams of pineapple, steak, veggies, and kimchi. I've definitely been pretty fucking hungry the last while, so I'm going to really enjoy this. I've also started rewatching Gossip Girl because I finished Pretty Little Liars. So I don't even know if I finished with Gossip Girl the first time, so I just thought, fuck it. I just need things that have many seasons. I don't have the brain capacity for these limited series things. So I'm going to eat this, go on a walk, and then have my final meal, which will be a creamy. So I think I'll leave today's bit for today. And then I'll probably do a physique update tomorrow. Because again, I want to like show you guys like how I'm looking and how my body is changing throughout this process. Because most people don't want to document it. And I'm not necessarily excited to, but I also think it's important because it's every single phase is important. So I'm gonna do that, but first I'm gonna eat because I'm hungry. All right, happy fucking Saturday, which means we are officially 2 weeks post show. That's actually crazy, isn't it? And then like, I don't know what we call it, like 8 days post prep, but we'll just say 2 weeks post show at this point. So I thought I'd give a little bit of a physique update. I've actually never done this where I've been like speaking. It's always just B-roll. But I just thought it'd be nice to like chat through. So I was 132 pounds this morning. And actually I should probably check what I was on show day morning because I can't remember. I can't remember at all. I think I might have been probably like 129 or something like that if it would like to load. I was 128.3 and that whole week I was sort of like, we'll say like 128.3 kind of on average. So what's that, like about 4 pounds up in 2 weeks, which I think is pretty good. I mean, like, look, obviously I would have liked it to be a little bit lower. No, I try not to have any goals around scale weight. It would have been nice if I could have kept it a bit lower. Obviously I had the whole thyroid issue. I think I'm able to get it sorted today, so we'll kind of see over the next couple of days. Obviously I was 131.5 yesterday, so it did just fluctuate up half a pound. Body weight is going to fluctuate, you know, like I'm not overly stressed about the scales. It's more about like the look and how I'm feeling. So yeah, I guess I'll just show you guys how I'm looking. Or I was going to take my pictures, but actually maybe I'll just show you first. I don't know if you can you hear me? I'm sure you can. So yeah, this is like where I'm at. I never do relaxed. I can't wait to, like, I have no ass when I stand from the side. Like, I want this to be like, woo, you know? Yeah, I'm just relaxed. I probably should have got my microphone to do this. See, from the right side, I have much more. That's something I'm going to try and address within my training. But yeah, like, obviously, look, I'm still fucking lean. You know what I mean? This is why I'm not too worried about the scales. Like, it's going to do what it's going to do. And then from, like, a posing perspective, like, really, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of looking in the mirror, so maybe I'll watch these back in a while and be like, oh, you don't look good. But, like, it's just a little bit softer, really. Like, you know, I think it's really important not to just freak out if you see the scales going up slightly. Like, it is meant to. And yeah, like I said, really the main thing for me is just noticing, like, less kind of, you know, graininess, I suppose, from coming off anabolics. But, like, you know, at the same time, I try and remind myself that, like, there were so many times when I kind of thought, like, I can't wait to not look like this because it is very extreme. And, you know, like, I'm going out today. Well, I'm not going out. I'm going to do boxing today with some of my friends. I'm going out for a date night with Shay next week, and I know, like, I'll actually appreciate, like, a bit of a softer look. Like, my face is definitely, it's not, like, it hasn't, like, blown out or anything. It's just not as, like, sunken in as it was, which, again, I'm glad about because I don't want it to be sunken in. But, like, I feel good. I mean, like, looking in the mirror today, like, I feel really fucking good. Like, this is still way leaner than I know, like, my body wants to be. And I think it is just,
like it is hard. Like I don't care what anyone says, like, you know, when you've worked so hard to get into like peak condition, it's challenging, but also it's just so important to remind yourself that, one, like, just because you're gaining weight, it doesn't mean that you're looking worse. Like, if anything, you're looking healthier and you're looking more normal and you're looking more like you. And not to, like, I don't know, like, don't make yourself feel bad about it, you know? Don't tell yourself that, like, you're looking bad. Because, like, at the end of the day, right, when I was when I was dieting on the way down, like, I remember thinking at 145, God, this is so lean, I could stay here. At 140, I was thinking, this is so lean, I could stay here. At 135, I was thinking, this is so lean, I could stay here. Now I'm 132, and I'm like, yeah, this is like really lean, but I know I can't stay here. Like, I think you have to remember, like, what is healthy for your body, and it is just tough when you've had a long prep and you've been really lean for a long time. It's so easy to just convince yourself that that's how you should look, but I know me, like, I'm now, like, don't get me wrong, the more off seasons I do, I think the leaner I'll be able to appear because I'll have more muscle, but, like, my body isn't happy like this, right? I haven't had a period in, what, 6 months? Like, no. Do you know what I mean? Like, my healthy place is probably, I would say probably about, like, 145. Which, again, that's, like, what, fucking 12 pounds away. So, like, the goal, I guess, is to get there, like, you know, slowly, but equally, like, I want to feel good again. So yeah, I'm hoping, I think I should have the thyroid T3 sorted today, or else it will be Monday, but either way, it's soon, and then I'll actually be able to, you know, eat again. I was feeling sorry for myself again last night. I was like, this is fucked. But you know what, I think I'm trying to, like, reframe it in my head is, I'm very grateful that I have the ability to do this, because I know a lot of people post show there's no way that they could, like, keep their food down, but I don't have any issues, which is nice, and, you know, I can still train and everything like that. So anyway, okay, that's my, now I'm gonna actually do my actual check-in and send to Christian and see what hell he has in store for me today. I'm only messing. Again, I want to make it very clear, I told Christian to do this. Yeah, it's not like my coach has been like, no, you can't eat. Like, I asked him for this because I was like, I can't get fat. You know what I mean? Okay, I will chat to you guys soon. Alright, so I am back from my walk. Just about 8:45. I have a call at 9 with a new client, and then I have my boxing on the beach at 10. So I'm just eating my breakfast now because I didn't want to be, like, rushing my breakfast and then be, like, stuffed because I'm moving and stuff like that. So today I'm doing 125 carb. I was actually really happy. Sorry, the dog's trying to eat my breakfast. I was actually really happy with my check-in pictures, which is nice. Like, I'm 2 weeks post show and it's nice to feel good. Like, yeah, I'm not as, like, shredded as I was, but I know I still look fucking good. So, you know, I ain't too stressed. So for breakfast, I am having egg whites, a whole egg, tomatoes, and then 35 grams of avocado just to make up some extra fats. I've been really enjoying the avocado lately, so definitely, like, nice to have, like, a variety of fat sources in. So I'm gonna chow down on this, and then I'm gonna go and do my call, and then I'll bring you guys to my boxing class with me. I've never been here. Okay, I've been a fairly shit YouTuber today. Sorry, but I don't know what else to say. No, to be fair, I did that boxing class on the beach, which was really fun, but obviously, like, I wasn't gonna, like, just whip out my camera with a load of people that I don't really know. Like, I was there with some of my friends as well, but I didn't want to be that person who was like, oh, I just need to set up my little camera and, like, vlog us all. But it was actually really fun. It was so nice to just move in a different way. I've done a boxing class before, but that was more like box fitness, whereas this was more like focused on technique, and I actually really enjoyed myself. So it's definitely something I'd like to do consistently. And then I just had a coffee with my friends. It was delish. I got a blended coconut milk, like, latte, so it's like a frappe. Oh, so good, like, so good. It's so nice just to be able to have those little things, you know, and not freak out about it. And then I had to, like, drop my friend. She had an appointment, and now I have my hair appointment, which I thought was at 1:30 because that's what it says in my Google Calendar.
And then I checked, and actually it's at 2:15 because I changed it. I was thinking, I was like, I thought I changed that. So I was like rushing around to get here, but it's okay because it just means I'm here now. It's 1:30. I'm just gonna have my next meal, which luckily I prepped earlier, so it's just chicken, potatoes, and veggies. And then I'm probably just gonna like walk around a little bit, and then it'll be time to go and get my hair done, which I'm really, really excited for. So I'll catch you guys in the salon once I'm baking, you know. But yeah, it's been a nice Saturday so far. It's nice to do normal people things. And there we have it. She's all fresh. She cannot beat a fresh colour. Went a little bit darker this time, which I'm actually very happy with. And I'm back. It's 4:30 and I'm just having my next meal, which is Greek yogurt, strawberries and peanut butter. And the amazing news is my guy came through. So I'm going to go and collect my T3 later. I really shouldn't talk about all the stuff on the internet, but also I cannot shut up. And I have to tell you guys literally everything that's happening, but I'm so fucking relieved. Like, hopefully this means this purgatory hell is over. Because it has been hard, guys. Like, eating less in your reverse than you were when you were in prep is fucking shit. There's no two ways about it. I'm very happy that I've stuck to it, but I'm excited to eat again and just feel a bit better and have a bit more energy. So, yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. But I'm going to eat this. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day of food. The relief when he texted me back. I was like, yeah, I'm back. I was like, yes, I will come wherever you are, whatever time, I don't care. Now, Mr. Sampson. But yeah, I feel great. Now that my hair is fresh, I feel so much better because I felt like an ugly slug earlier. Happy fucking Sunday, everybody. How are we? Not gonna lie, I am not feeling too great today. Feeling pretty tired. Did wake up quite early, so I feel like my sleep this week has been like good and bad. Like some nights I've been able to sleep until like 5 and I've gotten nearly 8 hours of sleep. Other nights it's a bit less and I am still waking up early, which again, it's going to take a little bit of time for all of that to sort of regulate. And also I am not eating a lot of food still, so you know, my body is probably like just waiting. But yes, I did go last night and get my T3, so that is now back in. But obviously it's going to take a couple of days for that to sort of, you know, have effects, or it probably will. So my weight was the same today, it was 132. So I'm doing another day of 150 carb and 30 fat, and like I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like, oh, fuck when I saw it. But like at the end of the day, I have to remind myself, like I don't just want to put on fat. Like I need to put on some fat, but I don't just want to get super fat super quick. So I just kind of have to take my time, and it's just one of them ones. Like I just have to be patient now. this hell purgatory, it's nearly over. It's nearly over. Hopefully it won't be long. I think it's do you know what it is? I'm genuinely not bothered about food. Like, I'm not that hungry. It's just I feel like I'm eating 150 carb, which, considering I was used to eating a lot more than that throughout the back end of prep, it is just a little bit tough. Like, my energy today is in the floor. I really didn't want to come and train, honestly, and like, I was so excited to train before, but now I'm like, oh, my body feels really like just tired, fatigued, but it's temporary. It's fine.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Give me a week or two and I'll be fine. And again, like, this is the reality of post-show. Even if I wasn't, you know, going through this whole bullshit, some days it's like prep. Some days you're going to feel great and some days you're going to feel like shit. And it's very easy if you have a day where you feel good to be like, I'm recovered now. But that's not how it works. Like, it takes time. You're not recovered 2 weeks post-show. Like, you're probably not even recovered 2 months post-show. It really does take a bit longer than that to really return to homeostasis, you know, hormonally, from a body fat perspective, just like physiologically in general. It is just going to take a little bit of time. I think a lot of people almost want to like run before they can walk, and they do start to feel better and they start doing all of these things, and then they're like, okay, no, I'm actually still kind of tired. So I'm going to train today, and then I'm just going to have a nice chill day. Like, I'm going to sit outside in the sun. I've done all my work for the week. Like, I don't need to do, like, there's, you know, there's things I can do, but I don't need to. I want to wake up tomorrow morning feeling refreshed, although tomorrow I have a rest day, which I'm excited, which is nice. Again, Monday rest days, I do like the idea of that. And just kind of have like a reset day. Like, this morning I obviously had a few bits of work to do, but I also like kind of cleaned the house a little bit. I need to take out the bins later. I did some like organizing. I put away loads of clothes that were clean. So I'm just gonna like do that for the rest day, make sure the house is all in order and ready to go for a new fresh week. And then I'm just gonna do sweet fuck all, except some steps and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, I need to take it easy, because like I said, my body, I might have a bath later, to be honest. I'd love to go use the sauna, but for some reason I don't like to sauna after I train. I don't know why, but in my brain I shouldn't do that. So I might sauna tomorrow, because I should have like a spare hour in the afternoon. We'll see. I say that, I probably won't, but yeah, I have also just messaged a guy. So I always get sports, well, I don't always, but I try and get sports massages. It's just hard to find someone in Marbella. Like, I did find somebody and she's pretty good, but like, don't really know much about bodybuilders. But I actually saw, so Mike Sommerfeld is living in Marbella again. He's the guy who just won the Arnold Classic in the classic physique division. And I saw this guy on his story yesterday. He's like a sports therapist. So I just messaged him. I was like, you. But yeah, I know once I'm in there and once I'm training, I'll be fine. I'm just going to see how I feel throughout the session. Like, I kind of know what I want to do from an exercise perspective, but volume wise, like, if I think one set is enough, I'm going to stop, especially on the compounds, because I want to do the pendulum, the leg press. So one set of each of those might be enough, because again, I don't want to absolutely fuck myself because I don't have the food there to recover from that right now. And hopefully in a few days it will. It's fine. It is all fine. It's all fine. Sorry, I feel like I'm being such a Debbie Downer, but I said I was going to give all of an insight into the realities. The one good thing is I was really happy with my pictures this morning. Again, like, I'm really happy with how I'm looking, which helps. It would be worse if I felt like this and I also thought I looked like shit. You know what I mean? So, swings and roundabouts, baby. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Okay, I'm going to stop procrastinating now. I have just drank my pre-workout, so it's starting to hit. I'm starting to get those tingles, the defib tingles. And I will catch you guys in there for quads. I'm just going to hit quads. Sometimes you just need a big, fat, dirty quad session. Do you know what I mean? Let's go. Okay. I feel a lot better after training. Shock horror. Shock horror. Literally, this is your reminder. If you're ever just feeling shitty, just go to the gym. Just go to the gym and train. That was a really fun session. So fun to use the pendulum again. I honestly fucking love that exercise so much. I was careful with it. I think I did 2.5 plates for my top set, which I believe I've done over 3 before, but that would have been in the peak of my off season when I was like 30 pounds heavier, so I'll take that. And I definitely left like a rep in reserve. I know on a pendulum where the kind of point at which I'm about to fail is, so I was just like, just don't be dumb today based on how you're feeling. Again, I'm not trying to go in, set PRs, injure myself. My body is sensitive, my recovery isn't great, so I was just being careful. I did do 2 sets, which I said I was gonna do 1, but I did. Oops. I did 2 sets of the leg press as well. Guys, I'm so weak on the leg press. Like, I was doing like 60 kilos a side on the leg press, I'm pretty sure, and I think I did 35 a side. I did do a bit differently. I did it more glute bias, so my feet up really high on the platform, but still, I was like, this is embarrassing. Like, the Watson leg press is really heavy anyway, but like, I don't know. I haven't used it in weeks. I have to remind myself of that, and again, I am weak and I am under recovery, but the ego. But anyway, it's okay, because actually, like, the one saving grace is I was really happy with how I looked. Like, I feel like I look really good, which is nice. Like, I just look kind of fuller and like fresher, which is good. You know, like, I was taking some pictures, some videos. I was like, oh, okay, I actually don't, you know, look too bad. My body has stabilized a lot, so, you know, again, as much as I'm feeling not the best, I look okay. Saving grace, I guess. There's plenty of time for me to feel good and start to look bad, but again, we're in no rush to do that. But I'm gonna go head home. I have to go to the shop, of course, as always. It's only 12:30 anyway, so I've got loads of the day ahead of me. I'm gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna have my post-workout, and then I'm just gonna chill. I do want to sit down later and just talk a little bit about like post-show like mentality. So yeah, my food today is the exact same as it was on Friday, so you've already seen that, so I'm not gonna like show you all my food again today. I'll keep this portion of the video, like Sunday's portion, just the training, and then the chat that I'm gonna have later, and then I'll wrap it up because I gotta get this edited and uploaded for tomorrow. Oops. All right, okay, I'm gonna go home. Also, it is so hot. I keep forgetting to put the, like, I have one of those tinfoil things to put on the car, but if you just forget, like, you get out of the habit of it. I also need to remember to bring towels now to like put on the seat for when I get in the car. I'm not too sweaty today, but still. But anyway, like, I sat, like, when I got into the car, like, because my car, like, it's black leather. Bernie bum! Bernie bum. I'm gonna stop complaining now. Okay, I will get you guys at home. Okay, I just laid out in the sun for a while. UV index is 11 today, so I'm assuming I'm gonna get a good fucking tan from that. I can't wait to just be so fucking tanned. But I did want to just sit down and finish off the video and talk a little bit about like post-show and stuff. Before I do, I want to show the girlies something really fun cool. So I got this on Amazon. I'm on Amazon. I love Amazon. I literally buy everything from Amazon because it's the only thing that delivers like next day in Spain. Like, the Amazon guy is literally at my house every day. I'd say he's like, what is wrong with this girl? But I have a problem, I guess. But I have so much jewelry, and I always just fuck it in a bag, and then it all gets tangled around, and it just stresses me out because then I don't know what I have, and then I just end up buying more. And I was buying stuff for my hen party, which I keep buying shit for. Which, to be fair, I'm going in like 4 weeks, so I feel like I'm like validated now in buying it, even though I bought all the outfits ages ago, but still. But I bought like a load of jewelry for the summertime because, I don't know, I just was like in the mood. And then I was like, I really need to like have somewhere to store all this, because otherwise I'm just going to forget what I have again. So I got this jewelry organizer. I'm going to show you it. It is literally, I'm obsessed. So that's what I was doing this morning for a while. I was just like taking apart all my jewelry. It was so therapeutic. So I'm going to show you it now. So this is it. It just like hangs up, and it's two-sided. So one side is all like rings, earrings, bracelets and shit like that. And then this side is for all my like necklaces and shit like that. Like chains. I'm honestly so happy because I was taking all this stuff out to put it there, and I was like, oh, I forgot I even had that. So now I don't need to buy 1,000,001 things. And I feel like I should be able to like pack this pretty easily maybe, okay. Oh, that was a bad idea. I just dropped loads of stuff. But either way, I'm so happy that I got this. And it was only, like, just look up jewelry organizer on Amazon. It was super fucking cheap. Okay, now that's out of the way, I just wanted to show you guys. But I wanted to sit down and talk about post-show, like I said, because I do think, like, definitely the best way for me to, I suppose, educate people on post-show throughout these vlogs is documenting the process and speaking about what I'm going through and showing how I'm doing it. But at the same time, I'm very conscious that everybody's post-show experience is completely different, and I want to talk about it in a more general sense as well. I am going to sit down and do a whole podcast on it. So if you're not already subscribed to the Your Gym Big Sister podcast, it's always linked down below. I took a 2-week hiatus while I was competing, which I thought was going to be longer, but then obviously I ended up not doing the shows. So I'm back. So I'm going to sit down and do like a proper long in-depth podcast on it. But there was kind of two things that I wanted to speak about really that have just been coming to mind right now. Because I feel like when it comes to post-show, especially on social media, there's sort of two camps, and I don't think either camp is very helpful. So the first camp is you hear all these horror stories about how horrible post-show is. And I think I touched on this earlier, just sort of talking about how a lot of people scaremonger about post-show. You know, I remember there was that trend going around a while back where it was like people biting into a burger being like, she didn't know it yet, but this one bite was the start of a X-long binge fest. And, you know, people see that and it's really scary. You know, like a lot of people go into post-show thinking something is going to go wrong. They think they're going to be completely insatiable. They won't be able to stop eating. They're going to lose control. And don't get me wrong, those things can happen, but I don't think post-show has to be this crazy, scary ordeal that we think it is. You know, at the end of the day, in my opinion, the only negative thing about post-show, if we are even going to call it a negative, is seeing your body change and like gaining body fat. But at the end of the day, that perceived negative comes with so many positives in that you have more energy because you literally have more energy going into your body and on your body. Your brain function is better. You can spend more time with people and not be stressed about prep. You're better. You're more fun to be around. Like no one at the end of prep is fun to be around. I don't care how fucking self-aware you are. Most people become a little robot hermit shell themselves. I know it happened to me. It happens to everybody. And you can try your best to not let that happen, but it's very, very difficult. You know, your training sucks, but like when you're super lean. But then when you put fat back on your body, your training starts to improve, you're stronger, you start to make progress, you know, you start to build muscle, which you probably need to be competitive the next time you step on stage. So for that one negative of putting on body fat, there's all these positives that you get as well. And I don't even like putting on body fat isn't a negative, especially when the state we're at the end of a prep is unhealthy. So it's like, it's actually a positive to put fat on. And look, I've said it, like, I know this is something I will struggle with. And I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially females, because we do have this glorification of being lean. Whereas for men, it's like, well, I'm just big. You know, I'm not saying men don't struggle with it. Of course they do. But I think it's worse for females because we have been taught our whole lives to just be smaller. But it's not, in my experience anyway, it hasn't been the case that I bite into like a cookie and I can't stop eating it. And I just want to say I'm not discrediting that is some people's experience. I understand. But I think if your prep is well managed and your relationship with food was good beforehand and you're prepping for the right reasons and you just love the lifestyle, I don't think it's a given that is going to happen. And I think if you go into post-show telling yourself that's going to happen, it will happen. At the end of the day, we manifest our reality by what we focus on. So let's say you do notice one day you're a bit hungrier or you do have cravings, you're going to start telling yourself like, this is post-show, oh my God, I'm losing control, when it's just like normal things to experience. You know what I mean? I think it's just, I don't like this culture of just demonizing post-show and making out that it's super scary. It really doesn't have to be. And I'm hoping to show you guys that it's just returning to normal. Like that's literally it. Like, you were a person before prep and now you're going to become that person again. That's it. And yes, we will all struggle along the way. That's fine. But like, don't go into it with that mindset that it's just going to be the worst thing ever. Like, I think if you can just take each day as it comes, it's the same as in prep. Some days are shit and some days are great. Whether you're prepping or not, that's just fucking life. Some days are shit and some days are great. You know, I think post-show can just magnify that a little bit. So that's the first camp, is like the people who make it scary. The second camp, who I think are equally as toxic, are the ones who are like, you must nail your post-show. You must be perfect. And if you're not perfect, you're a failure. Now, that's usually coming from people who are pros, seasoned competitors, people who've been doing this for a long time, right? That's fine for them. If this is your first post-show, that's not going to happen.
you're not going to be perfect, right? And I think hearing people say this about like nailing the reverse, right, can put so much pressure on people that they just crumble, because if they do one thing wrong, they think they've ruined it. And that's when shit happens. Like, I remember my first post show, I went into it very much with the mindset that I'm probably going to fuck up and I'm going to give myself grace when that happens. And the post show was fine. Like, don't get me wrong, I had issues post show. I mean, not even issues. I spent 4 days in LA with Shane, who was also post show. So we ate, but like, it was never uncontrollable. And as soon as I got home, I was back on my reverse. The issues I had came from, I was natty as fuck. I had literally zero testosterone and I felt fucking awful. Like, that was my issues. Whereas I don't really have those issues this time. But like, I knew that there was going to be times I messed up. And there was. Like, I was post-show at Christmas the first time. So I was fine until I got to like Christmas. And then Christmas Day, I obviously couldn't stop eating because there was all this food around me, right? But I also was just like, look, that it's to be expected. But if I had gone into it with the mindset of like, I have to do this perfectly, otherwise I've ruined my off season. That's just so much pressure, especially if it's your first prep or even your second prep or even your third. If you're, you know, it works for some people, but I think allowing that to like infect your headspace too much, I think is equally as bad. Like, and also something that's really important to remember is people who say that have fucked it in the past. You listen to any of them, they have had mad binge fest post show. So they put out this content about how post show is like the most important phase. If you don't get it right, you're shortening your off season, blah, blah, blah. And like, I get it. Like, I do understand. I'm not saying that you shouldn't aim to have a good post show. It's good to try and make the most of it. Like, I am trying to do that right now, right? But also, this ain't my first rodeo. And yeah, it's only my second prep, but I've done so many reverses that at this point, I know what to expect. So I'm not like, you know, it's not like my second reverse. It's like my fucking fifth, right? But I hate this pressure that there is on people from social media. It's like, you should only gain a kilo over your stage weight and you should hold there for weeks and your food should be going up and up. And it's like, that's not the reality for everybody. Some people's weight is going to go up no matter what, right? Whether they stick to the plan or not, because their body doesn't like being there. There's people who can stay lean in an off season. Like, I will always say, like, you guys watch me through my off season. I'm not saying I was fat, but I'm certainly not one of these people who stays shredded. Like, not even gonna say unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. It just is what it is. I sit like mid chunky. I'm not saying I'm fat in my off season. I'm not saying I'm out of shape, but like, my body at its healthiest, happiest is probably carrying a bit more body fat than I would want to aesthetically, but like, so what? It's also the body that lets me perform at my best, feel my best, be my best for myself, the people around me, my clients, everything like that. And if I put all this pressure on myself to be like perfect post show and not gain any weight, oh my God, I'd be miserable for months. So I think it's just, we can take from like both these camps and sit in the middle. Yes, try to have a good post show. Go into it with a plan of action. Understand there's going to be slip ups and give yourself grace. That's important. And I think as well, be aware of what can happen. Because I think what happens to a lot of people is like, if they're just uninformed, they don't know how your hunger signaling can be affected post show, how your cravings can be affected post show, how you can feel lost, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's good to like, listen and just take it with like a pinch of salt and be like, okay, there's certain things that I can expect, but also I'm going to have a plan of action in place to navigate myself through that. That's kind of what I think is important. It's like, let's just meet in the middle. I would never expect someone to have like a perfect post show, you know? And I think one thing for me as a coach is, unfortunately, sometimes when I'm coaching clients, whether it's post show or post photo shoot, and they are messing up, and I never like to say that they're not messing up, they're just being human. Sometimes I have to just let them do it, because I know that's the best way they're going to learn. Like, the reason that, I mean, I'd have to check, but I want to say in like the 4 days that I was in LA, I want to say I gained like 8 to 10 pounds, right? So that wasn't good. 8 to 10 pounds in like a week. So this time in 2 weeks, I'm what, 3 pounds up? 4 pounds up? A lot better, right? The only way I was able to do that is because I did it wrong the first time. You know, I had to make the mistake, and that's okay, because that's the best way that humans learn. So I just think, yeah, when it comes to post show, I just think like there's honestly so much that I could say, but I don't want to go on for too long. And also I'm starting to sweat like a motherfucker. But yeah, I'm just hoping to like show you guys what it's like, I guess. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole podcast on it and like what to expect, how you'll feel, what you can do, strategies you can put in place, how to manage like your body image and seeing your body change and everything like that. But I think I've drop fitted enough things throughout this whole video so far that will hopefully help. And there's lots more coming, so don't worry. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here because like I said, the rest of the day, I'm just eating the same meals I ate on Friday. Not much is happening. This video is probably already going to be like an hour long. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it and taken some value from it. Of course, as always, if you have made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it a comment. Tell me if there is anything you guys want to see from me. And yeah, I will chat to you very soon. Bye.